Hi, everyone. We're back for another masterclass. And as usual, Alistair is here with me. Hi, Alistair. How are you doing?
Hi, Daniel. Good morning.
Oh, good. Good to see that you're all right. Today we're going to do some phrasal verbs. Actually, phrasal verbs, all of them as we were kind of listing them out, we're kind of thinking, could be phrasal verbs for meetings. And then we came up with these phrasal verbs, and they're all with up. Right. And which makes it a little bit easier in terms of just kind of getting your head around them and putting them into practice. Right. And so today we have, I think it's 4 or 5. I think it's 5,
4,
right?
although you just used another
I
one.
did. I did.
You
Yeah. I
said
just
come
used
up
one
with.
to come up
Well,
with. Yeah. But actually that we do have 5. We do have 5. We do have 5. So there you go. We do have 5. Okay. So let's go with the first one. The first one is to set up. Now, most people will know what this means. So this is going to be like a walk in the park, really, right? To set up a meeting is convocar un reunión, right? Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to think about exactly how you would express that in English, but yeah, set up is the best phrasal
you
verb
can
for
say
that, right?
call a meeting, but it's not a phrasal verb. And we want
That's
to
right.
look at phrasal verbs today. So
Exactly.
set
Yeah.
up, like organize.
Yeah.
A meeting, I suppose, is another alternative, but we
Yeah.
want to look at set up a meeting.
That's right. Exactly. So that's the first one. To set up a meeting, easy, no problems there at all. Then we were talking about how some people might not always turn up on time, right, Alistair?
Or turn up at all, in
They might
fact.
not. Yeah, that's right.
It's
They might
even
not.
worse.
Yeah, that is definitely if people don't
Yeah,
turn
so
up at all.
turn up. Now, people probably know turn up thinking turn up the volume.
Yes.
So that's one meaning, or the most commonly known, I think. So, you can't hear the TV, turn it up.
Yeah.
But it has another meaning, which is to appear or to come or to arrive in a place. Right. So basically, or in this case, I suppose, attend the meeting. So
that's right.
If people are invited to a meeting and they don't turn up, they don't come. They don't appear. Or they turn up late. So they appear, they come, they arrive late. So it means all of those 3 things. So appear, arrive, come, you could translate.
Yeah.
Very common in that sense. But yeah, I think quite a lot of people may not know it in that meaning. Don't know.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. Yeah. So an example would be, she turned up on time. She always turns up on time, or he never turns up on time, or he didn't turn up at all. I was very surprised. All of that is what we're looking for here. Okay. All right. Now we will come to the challenge at the end. Okay. So you kind of, at the moment in your head, you might be thinking, okay, how can I really use all of this? Well, we'll give you that challenge at the end of this video. But yeah, let's go on to number 3, Alistair, which is to bring up. Okay. Now to bring up, obviously, might not be necessarily very clear. Certainly if you that's the same with all of these phrasal verbs, right? Alistair, is like, if we give them to our fluency community members, they might not know them immediately, but if you hear them in context, you've got a much better chance of really understanding them. But in this case, to bring up is obviously bringing up a topic in the meeting itself. So you might have an idea, you might want to add something, you want to give your opinion, and then you might say, oh, could I just bring up something? Or you could use it in the past as well. If you're explaining something, oh, I think Javier brought this up earlier on, so it can be used in different ways, right?
Or you say, propose a topic for discussion, you suggest something. Why not? We haven't spoken about this. I think we need to talk. And the person said, oh, thank you for bringing that up. Very good. Absolutely. We do need to talk about that. So it's just where you sort of suggest or mention a topic or issue, subject for to be discussed in the meeting. It's bringing something up. Now, again, lots of people listening may know the other meaning, which is to bring up your children, criar. So so totally, this is the problem with phrasal verbs. They often have more than one meaning, sometimes 3, 4, 5 meanings. So you can bring up your kids, but in this case, nothing to do with that. This is where you bring up a topic, a subject in the meeting. So you propose something that needs discussing, debating.
That's right.
And some may say, oh, thank you for bringing that up. Great. We do need to talk about that. So maybe it's not on the original agenda for the meeting to be discussed, but you bring it up. So you propose, well, I think we need to talk about this. And people say, oh, yeah, thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah. Good. Really good one. Very, very important. Very important. As because it's just something that helps you sometimes get into the conversation, actually. So that's a really good one. It's a very good one. Then I think most of our fluency community members probably will know this one. It's to follow up, just because it's become very ingrained, I think, even into let's follow up. Yeah.
Fashionable business terminology in the last few years.
Can you follow up? Can you follow up? I need to do a follow up. Some people even use that in Spanish language, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard un follow up.
Sí, exactly.
Seguimiento, I think.
Yeah.
So there is a Spanish word, but yeah, I've heard Javier, for example, quite often talking about follow up when he's discussing stuff he does in his work. No, we have to do a follow up. So it has become quite a trendy, good word, fashionable word.
Yeah, absolutely.
So most people probably know that.
They will know it. Yeah. No, to follow up obviously means in this particular case that that somebody. Well, it's really tricky sometimes to get an idea.
Sort of know what it means. But not that easy to explain.
Yeah, seguimiento. I mean, it is seguimiento in a way. Like we need to do a follow up on that. Okay, or we need to actually I would say we need to follow up. I wouldn't say need to do a follow up, but I mean it depends.
You could use it like
I kind of use it like, I think we should follow up on that. It means basically that something maybe hasn't been done and that we need to make sure that it does get done. We need to check it, right?
Yeah, check that something is working. It could be a client that you propose something to, you're waiting for the response, or
got nothing.
You can't just sort of leave it and then what's happening. So in the meeting, they may say from a previous meeting, in a previous meeting, someone was given a task maybe to do something, and you say, "So, what happened? Can you give? Did you do it?
That's right. Exactly.
So this is sort of following up. You're not just leaving it and forgetting it. You've got to keep going back to it, checking it, seeing that it's working or not. Often with clients, you have to follow up. So you've proposed something, maybe you haven't heard back from them.
Exactly.
Or you're waiting, and then it's easy just to leave it or forget it. But no, you've got to every week or so follow up. So go back and say, so what's happening? Are you still thinking about my proposal? How's it going?
Yeah.
I suppose that continuation of a process.
That's right. That's right.
Don't just do it once and then leave it and forget it.
Exactly.
I think most people, I think everyone will sort of understand, because
everybody will. It's just sometimes,
when you have to actually think exactly what does it mean, it's not that easy to explain.
Yeah. And also, in what context would actually somebody create a video related to this is kind of also interesting to think about. So that's why we're kind of like worth looking into that a little bit more. And then the last one is to wrap up. Now, this is definitely probably, I would say most people would not use this. They might not even know it at all. And they might even know it more related to presents, right? Where you wrap some presents.
Not a phrasal verb, just to wrap is envolver. So, wrapping in wrapping paper, no? Christmas presents, birthday presents in papers to wrap. But wrap up, nothing to do with that.
In fact, when you're talking about presents, right, you just wrap the presents. You don't,
we don't.
Could
you say wrap up? Well, maybe.
Yeah, you could. Have you wrapped the presents? Have you wrapped the presents? Yeah.
Maybe if you say in what? So you say, have you wrapped the presents? Wrapped it up in what?
Wrapped it up in
this
what?
particular color paper or Christmas paper. Right. So you might use up, but obviously this has a particular meaning to do with meetings or with business. There's nothing to do with paper.
No.
So what does it mean, Danny, if you to wrap up? We need to wrap up the meeting. It's lunchtime. I think we need to wrap up.
In fact, we probably need to wrap up this particular video.
We do, yes. Because it's going on too long. We said
you got to get off and do some more.
We've got things to do,
sessions.
So we need to give people wrap up, give people the challenge. So it just means to end, to finish something.
That's right.
So wrapping up the meeting is closing, finishing, ending the meeting. That's all it means, really.
That's right. But it's a good one, and if you can use it and remember it, then wow, I'd certainly be impressed if somebody used that. That's for sure.
So let's wrap this up. Give them the challenge and we'll get out of here, as they say in American films. Let's get out of here.
Good. Yeah. We actually wanted you to think about the type of grievances you have about meetings in general. Let's not say in your particular company, because we don't want to make you kind of spill the beans about the way your company works. But what we do want you to do is just to kind of give you the challenge that you tell us a little bit about how, what you feel about meetings in general. Okay.
Yeah.
So this might
use the word
grievances. Yes.
Not everyone may know that word.
No, that's true. We should explain that. Yeah.
Yeah. Grievance is, well, I suppose a complaint, una queja.
Yeah.
So the things you don't like, the problems you have with meetings, what you don't like about them,
yeah,
the problematic issues, these are your grievances. So sort of the negative things about meetings, basically, sort of the complaints you have. And a lot of people do, because obviously I have a lot of clients. They're very busy people, and they're always in meetings, and they're always complaining about
the meetings.
And they're going too long.
Yeah, completely.
So,
of course.
So your grievances about meetings in general, not specific.
Yeah.
And try to use these words. So try to get these 4 phrasal verbs, if you can, into your grievance or your complaint.
That's right.
So talk about, I know, that they go on, the people, they never wrap up the meetings on time.
That's right. Yeah.
Go over time and we're late. People are always bringing up things that are not on the original agenda, which also means the meeting goes on very late, too long. People don't turn up on time. They're always late. Well, just to give some examples.
Yeah. And that's perfect. Exactly what we're looking for. So you're kind of, then your impressions about your meetings that you have at the moment. And we're kind of looking for those kind of ideas that you say, oh, well, this could be better, or this could be better, this could be better. But we want you to express yourself using those phrasal verbs that we've given you. So obviously we'll go through those again. Set up, to turn up, to bring up, to follow up, and to wrap up. It's kind of easy because they all have the same preposition there. So so hopefully you'll kind of get an idea of like, okay, at least there's one consistency through the 3 of them, or all 5 of them, sorry.
There's 5.
So
you don't necessarily have to get all 5, but try to use as many of them, 3 or 4 of them if you can, in your little speech or whatever, your video. And then obviously think about them for the session next Thursday, because we'll be asking you to use them.
That's right. That's right. Exactly. Good. So there you are. That's the challenge. Thank you very much, Alistair, once again, for being here with a masterclass. And I will see you again next week.
All right. Let's wrap up for this week.
We shall wrap up now. All right. See you then. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.